Hey everybody, Lisa and Mandy on the road. But you are lucky to just have Lisa today. Mandy's out with her dad. They've been doing a lot of welding. Paul's an excellent welder, and my son is pretty good at it too. So, we homeschool Mandy, and we teach her all kinds of things that some stuff schools teach, but also real world stuff that she could use, like carpentry and welding, and she's pretty good in automotive. So the welder died today, and guess where they are? Shopping. So while they're out shopping for a new welder, I am going to talk about COVID-19. And I'm sure you're all sick of hearing it, and nobody wants to hear about it, but I just had COVID-19. My husband and my daughter had it. The boys did pretty good. They didn't get it. Anyway, so Mandy had a friend come to visit, and this is a person that visits us all the time. He's like my own son. He's here on a regular basis. He had no idea he had COVID because, of course, he's young, and it doesn't hit young kids the way it hits adults. So, I don't want to mention his name because it's not fair, but he thought he was pretty worn out from track. He was kind of exhausted that day and was saying a little bit that he didn't feel well. Well, a couple days later, my husband was in the hospital not feeling well and was diagnosed with COVID-19. Then Mandy and I went to get tested, and we did okay. But a couple days later, it just hit me like a ton of bricks. I couldn't get up. I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't stay awake. I mean, I remember just laying on my back, and I was like trying to keep my eyes open, and there was just no way that they could open. I mean, I was so exhausted. I felt like I was drugged up. Then the headache came. The headache was like probably over a week straight. And I went back to get tested again, and I got tested positive. I already knew anyways because I could barely, like I said, stay awake. I lost my appetite entirely. I think it took me about a week before I lost my sense of smell and taste. I happened to notice, I'm like, whoa, I can't smell this, We had a puppy in the house, and, he's pooping on his pee pads, and I can't smell it. So, crazy. But anyway, I just continued to get sicker and sicker. I was literally like pooping myself and throwing up in the bed, and I couldn't even get out of my mess to save my life. I was so weak. I will tell you, if it wasn't for Mandy and my friend Skip, I don't know what I'd do, because Paul ended up in the hospital for a good 9 or 10 days, unable to breathe. I mean, COVID hit him in every way it possible could, from sore throat to headache. See, I didn't have the sore throat, so I escaped that part of it. I had the headache, the chills, the fever, runny nose like a cold. That came later. And at the end, I had the diarrhea and the vomiting. I was just so full of fluid all the time. I couldn't breathe. And I always sound like this because I have lung problems. I'm an ex-smoker. So imagine it being even worse with COVID. I was very lucky because I do have a lot of breathing trouble, that the COVID did not affect my breathing. Paul, on the other hand, he got hit like a ton of bricks. I mean, we were scared he wasn't going to make it. So here's the thing. We're not vaccinated. We were afraid of the vaccination. I mean, I do have a couple of friends, and we do have a neighbor that was horribly affected by the vaccination, to the point where that boy is in a coma. People get sick. Some people have no problems. My 86-year-old mother had no problem with the vaccine. She didn't get sick or anything. She felt a little nauseous the second time, and I know she did vomit, but she did okay. I have friends that had no reactions whatsoever, and then I had friends that were laid out for a few days with feelings of like having full COVID. So now that I've suffered this, I won't lie, I am terrified to get sick again. The idea of ever feeling that way again is just, it's horrifying to me. I've been sick. I've had the flu. I've had pneumonias. But I will tell you, there was nothing like COVID pneumonia. It was horrible. So now I'm actually considering being vaccinated. But I won't lie, I'm still scared. So I was wondering if you guys could tell me, like, how did you do with your vaccination? Are you vaccinated? Are you not vaccinated? I mean, either way, it's okay with me. I think it's a personal choice. For me, I'm just horribly afraid of getting that sick again. I don't know if I could live through it a second time. So tell me about your experiences. Did you get sick with the shot? Were you just perfectly fine? Or are you still avoiding it like I am? It's a big decision. My husband still doesn't want to get vaccinated. Mandy doesn't want to get vaccinated. Like I said, it's personal choice. I think I'm pretty much the only one out of the family that now is considering it and might possibly do it. I still have to find out how soon I can get vaccinated because after having COVID, like, I'm sure there's a time period you have to wait. But anyway, I wanted to hear your opinions and your thoughts on it, and let me know, will you? All right. I appreciate your time. Please click like and subscribe. It helps us out, okay? Please. So, and don't forget to leave your comments and your ideas and thoughts, and let me know, should I do this?